Hi guys, thank you for being curious and clicking on the button to find out what the heck I've got to say about these courses to help you bulletproof your interview skills. So what I'm going to do in the next few moments, if it's okay with you, is give you a little bit of information about the course itself, what we cover, and mainly just give you the testimonials from 3 students that have taken the course recently. So you've got an idea of like real life, does it actually help, or am I just making stuff up as I go along? Possibly. And then you can then make an informed decision about whether or not you want to jump on board for your first InterviewPro rodeo, whether that's the 3-hour course, which is split over 2 90-minute sessions based on feedback from the 3 students that did the recent course, or whether you just want the mini course, which is jam-packed. It's pre-recorded, so this isn't a live one, so you can watch it at your leisure. Jam-packed hour worth of tips and tricks about interview skills, body language, self-confidence, answering questions in a structured way. Anything that you think of that could potentially trip you up at interview, I'm hoping that I've covered it in this course. If I haven't, and you want to send feedback, I am always open to that, because I will add something in and I will credit you for asking me to add it in. But no, if you go on the 1-hour course and it's not added, it's probably on the 3-hour one, okay? So with that in mind, the best bit is that it's all risk-free. So you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't find any value in it at all, and you think, what was Sam on about, then just let me know and you get your money back, okay? The other thing is that if you have a friend that you think would benefit from it, or a family member that you think would benefit from it and you don't want to, then please let them know. But if you've got a friend, we've got some massive offers with regard to the Pay It Forward scheme, which I'll go through at the end as well, to show you what discounts you can get if you are paying it forward and helping spread the word, basically. Let's impact as many people as we can positively, because if I manage to do that with your help, then imagine the change that we will have on the healthcare system, getting the people that are passionate about what they do, that care about what they do, that may just not be quite confident in their interview skills, so don't progress as quickly as they potentially should. Let's change that. This is me giving you an opportunity to grab the bull by the horns and just take control of your interview and take control of your progression in career. Take control of your life. Because we all know that whilst nobody wants to say money makes the world go round, it absolutely does. And this ridiculous inflation busting scenario that we've got ourselves in at the moment means that even being at the top of a band 7 band in the NHS feels like you earn sweet FA by the time the bills have all gone out and the food has been bought. It is ridiculous at the moment. So let's see if we can get some more money in your pockets by getting you further up that interview ladder. So that hopefully sounds good. Yeah? Okay, so let's go. So who's it for? The quick answer is anyone that's going for a healthcare interview job. Not a healthcare interview job, a healthcare interview or job. So are you going for a healthcare assistant job? Are you a student going for your first qualified job? Or a student going for a healthcare assistant job while you're training? Are you a qualified clinician going for your next step? Have you not had an interview in 10 years because you've been comfortable and happy where you are, but now you're like, oh God, I'm moving, I need to interview, and I'm freaking out because I've not done an interview for 10 years. It's for you. But let's break it down. So number 1, it's for the dissatisfied. So people that are dissatisfied with how valued they feel in their current workplace. Now that might just be about the place that you are in, or it might be the fact that actually you feel you could give more and you could offer more value, but you're just not in the right setting to make the most of your clinical skills. For example, you are in MSK outpatients and you won't want to go and work in palliative care out in the community. And it's a big shift for you, so you're just not quite confident. Are you feeling ready for a new challenge and you're dissatisfied with the current situation? Are you at the point where you feel like you respect your patients, they respect you, but you're not respected by the higher up? That might be the case for some people. Number 2, the go-getters. So people that are driven to progress and want to get that head start on the other candidates that are taking the interview as well. Let me tell you now that years in service does not mean that that person will automatically get the job before you. Not at all. It does not count. This is for the people that want to bulletproof their interview skills so that they can let their clinical skills shine. You can shine bright in that interview because you've taken away the control from the interviewers and you've put it in your back pocket. You've made you the confident one. You've got the self-belief. You know how to use the techniques that I show you to reduce that nervous energy. So that's not a problem when you walk in, because we're good. I will get you to that point where the only thing that's in your way is the candidate that is better than you, because there always will be one, okay? But hopefully not. Number 3, it's for those people with absolute interview fear, terrified of interviews and fall to pieces. This reminds me of Carl. You can go somewhere else and look at the testimonial. It's on my site. But he was so qualified. He was more senior than me in terms of experience. He was more senior than me in terms of knowledge base in the gym specifically, which is where he was wanting his band 7. He was terrified of interviews. And I go and read the testimonial that's on my website with regard to Carl. Respect, Carl. Thank you for trusting me to help you with the process. But yeah, it's the people with that little devil on their shoulder. That devil is whispering, "You're not good enough. Don't go for it. So-and-so is better than you. So what's the point in going for it? Because you'll just embarrass yourself. And everyone will know that you didn't get the job." So what if you didn't get the job? You put yourself in the ring, you step outside your comfort zone because you are worth it. If you've got that thought of, I could go for that job, then go for it, okay? If you're ready to dance with the devil and prove him wrong, then you're in the right place. This is for you, okay? And I can't wait to work with you. But don't take my word for it. So I'm just going to pick up my notepad so that I can read word for word some feedback from 3 of the students. I keep doing 2 for 3. 3 of the students that went through my recent InterviewPro deep dive course, the 3-hour session. And hopefully the feedback that they impart might resonate with some of you, okay? So Toby is the first one that I'm going to mention. I'm going to do gentlemen first for a change, okay? So before the guys went through the course, I asked them to give me their 3 things that worry them about interview. So Toby told me that number 1, it was the possible practical aspect of assessment, so examining your clinical skills, your hands-on skills. Number 2, being able to address clinical questions using a structured experience. Number 3, handling nerves during the interview and not being able to answer the question effectively due to feeling nervous or misunderstanding the question. Fast forward to after the course and after the interview, and Toby said, and I quote, "The interview prep session allowed me to rethink and articulate my own emotions and thoughts around interview. Before the session, I always looked at interviews as a very negative experience. However, the session allowed me to break points down and understand how I can approach the challenges in a beneficial manner. I went from feeling nervous to feeling optimistic and positive. I've learnt new skills in how to break down challenges such as handling anxiety and nerves, plus how to structure answers to get the best outcome possible. This session has allowed me to look forward at the interview concept, and I will highly recommend this session for anyone who finds interviews challenging or has never experienced an interview." And that was his feedback after the course, which I thought was absolutely awesome. So then fasting forward to Toby getting the job, and he emailed me with some feedback once he got the job. He says, "Hi Sam, I just wanted to let you know I got the job. I used your techniques to help ease my nerves. I went with the intention of enjoying the interview process and showing my skills. Thank you for all your support." Toby, thank you for that. Thank you for the feedback, and thank you for you allowing me to use your testimonial as part of the introduction for people that are hopefully going to join us on battling these interview skills. So fast forward to my other student, another physio student, bit different experience. So previously a healthcare assistant going into physiotherapy for a career. So lots of experience. So this was Becca. Becca again, thank you for letting me share this. And she actually went for the same job as Tony. Sorry, Toby. But she didn't get it. Probably because Toby got it. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because Becca's attitude after that was awesome. So she was so humble and confident in the skills that she gained that she's just like, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's find some more interviews to go and get now. She's like a go-getter for interviews. So so I'm not bouncing off track, because I am already, standard me. Becca's reflected on what went so much better than she'd expected after using the skills from the session. And she summarised that it helped her look at the interview process in another way, turning her self-doubt into self-belief, saying that she's feeling more confident on her journey and progressing further in her career. But just watch this space, because we've not stopped there with Becca. I've sent her 3 questions to analyse the interview, and we're going to do some one-on-one coaching to try and make sure that for these next 2 interviews that she's got coming up in private practice, that she's absolutely confident and ready to go through any objections that come her way. So Becca, I look forward to working with you in a bit more detail, and I'll see you soon. That moves me nicely on to the InterviewPro Deep Dive's 3rd student, Nicola. Nicola's a nursing student, and again, slightly different background. So in her 50s, Nick won't mind me sharing that, I'm sure. Thank you, Nick. She basically has so much life experience, so absolutely, she's going to get this job as a nurse. No doubt about it. She's had a great introduction in terms of her uni course. She's high flying in terms of what she's scoring on the grades, but she suffers from the devil on the shoulder. Absolutely, Nick, I would put into this interview fear and really, really low self-belief on interview skills and what she has to offer, which hopefully by now she's realising that that is not the case. She's got loads to offer. Nick got the job, just spoiler alert there. But what my main standout was with working with Nicola on the course is that she had some preconceived ideas about body language, like you should sit with your legs crossed, upright, looking really professional. Nah. No, we threw that out, got rid of that, and deep dived into actual evidence-based body language things. And we would go through that, and Nick came out and gave me the feedback that she used the nervous energy control techniques, which I showed, and the body language, the posture, and breaking down the answers to the questions with the structured way of actually answering a question. And she smashed it. She got the job, of course she did. And she's going to be an absolutely phenomenal nurse for the rest of her working life. And whoever is one of her patients is going to be very lucky to have her. So congratulations, Nick, well done. The main thing that I got from this, guys, is that every time I got the feedback from these guys, my heart nearly explodes. Like, I love it. What drives me is the fact that I'm having a tiny but positive impact on people and how they can progress. But the ripple effect of it is actually going to be massive. So I've got 3 students there that I've just impacted positively to get their first job, and Becca will get her first job. It's coming, Becca, it's coming. These students, because of how passionate they are about developing themselves, imagine that transferring onto their patients. Imagine that transferring onto their colleagues and this positive energy spread. That's why I'm asking you guys to pay it forward, and that's why I've built some offers for it, so that we can impact as many people as humanly possible in a positive way. So if you're willing to help me with that, and help the patients and help the hospitals and hopefully help waiting lists, because if people are more passionate about what they're doing, care more about what they're doing, then the job gets done better and it's more efficient. So hopefully we'll have a huge impact. But if you're ready to pay it forward, then for the course, the offers are you can refer a friend and you'll both earn a 20% discount on any SDR Fun Physio training products. So because this is launch offer, the courses have already been discounted. So I'm not discounting them further on this one. So your first one, you will pay what it says on the tin at the discounted rate for the InterviewPro deep dive and for the 1 hour course. So the top tips 1 hour course, which will be jam-packed with detail, which I'll go through in a second. With that, with both courses, you will also get a free copy of the book. So it's my UK healthcare professionals application to interview, tips and tricks. You take control. Okay, so that is in publication now. It's nearly ready to go. So as soon as that goes, it's not going anywhere. Well, apart from in your inbox, you will get a digital copy for free. If you don't want the course, but you're interested in the book and you want to get put on the waiting list, just tick the button at the bottom here just to say book waiting list, and that'll just lead you out onto a different bit where you can pop your email in to get put on the waiting list to get a notification when the book's ready for purchase. And that'll be at $19.97 on Amazon and elsewhere. It will be an Audible book eventually. So just to clarify that, so the deep dive is two 90-minute sessions. It will likely be on a Tuesday afternoon and a Thursday afternoon, so like after work times for people, and it will be done within the same week. If you can't attend session 2 on week 1, but you could attend it the week following, you can do that. That's not a problem if you want to do the live session, or you'll have access to the pre-recorded. The sessions will have to be done, so the live ones will have to be done within that month, because the link will change for the Zoom meeting after that, so that people aren't just giving the link out willy-nilly, okay? So the 1 hour one, as I mentioned, is that jam-packed, full of tips, and it's there for you anytime you want it. So you can take that away, roll with it, and then if you want to, you've then got a 20% discount to then come and join us on the 3 hour if you want that deep dive and that analysis of where you want to be going, where you're at currently. We'll build that bridge in between and get you sorted. So I think that I've covered most of that. I might just add an addendum at some point once I review this video, but I've been talking enough because my throat's getting a little bit dry. So again, thank you so much guys for taking the time to watch this, and hopefully you'll be joining me on your first InterviewPro rodeo. Take care.